Scandal, adultery, excesses of any type, and lingerie in this episode of Who's That Guy? I feel like I add up too much cliché. Well, I can't change the mindset of the last century society. Born in 1891 in New Rochelle, New York, Mary Phelps Jacob, nicknamed Polly, grows up in a not very wealthy family which is obsessed by appearances. So the young girl goes in private schools, in a dance class, and learns to ride a horse. Polly is not a very good student because she likes to live in her dreams. Her artistic fiber puts her on stage during a couple of years, which gives her an occasion to meet George V, King of England, in 1914 during a garden party. So stylish. Polly becomes a socialite and goes to many parties wearing her best dresses. In 1910, as she tries on a new garment, Polly notes that the whalebones of her corset can be seen through the fabric. And it's ugly and uncomfortable. So Miss Jacob takes off her corset and calls her maid. Together, they sew 2 silk handkerchiefs and add a pink ribbon to obtain an underwear that can support the breast of the young woman. Mary Phelps Jacob is the inventor of the modern bra. Well, the one that we still use today. Before her, in 1875, Susan Taylor Converse made a woolen bra which remained unsuccessful. In 1889, Herminie Cadell created the Bien-être underwear which was complicated to put on. And in 1893, Mary Tuchek's brassiere was not a commercial hit. Polly's bra is convenient, light and easy to make, so it's quickly approved by her friends and then by more and more clients. Well, her bra flattens the breast, but it was fashionable at that time. So Jacob gets a patent for her backless brassiere in 1914 and starts to sell it in shops, calling it Caress Crosby. Why did she give that name to her invention? Because Mary, nicknamed Polly, asked people to call her Caress since a couple of years. And Crosby was the name of her second big love, a man that she met in Boston in 1919, as she was already married since 1915 with Richard Peabody, who gave her 2 children. As adultery started 2 weeks after they met each other, as Caress divorced in 1922 and got married again 2 days later, and as Harry Crosby was 6 years younger than Caress, take notes, their relationship is a huge scandal for the high society of Boston. But can love at first sight be found? Especially when it occurred in the love tunnel of an amusement park? Flying away from the social stigma, Mary, Polly, Caress and Harry moves to Paris and then settle in an old mill in Hermenonville. The Mill of Sun becomes a place where all their friends come to party. Caress and Harry, who is a nephew of J.P. Morgan, the famous banker, start to write and to publish their books, as well as authors not really well known in France like James Joyce, Ernest Hemingway or D.H. Lawrence. Caress also helps Henry Miller, who is broke but very busy, and writes erotic short stories in his stilde. Being successful, the Crosby found the Black Sun press edition, buy a racer, and traveled around the world. Everything seems to be perfect for our lovebirds if we don't pay attention to their pact of suicide, the fact that they always carry the instruction for their funerals with them, and their open marriage, which in 1929 pushes Harry in the arms of a young woman with whom he commits suicide. Want to know even more? Traumatized by the World War I, Caress spends her time partying, playing, drinking, and taking heroin. I told you about the scandals and the excesses. I hope you're satisfied. One last piece. In 1947, Caress, who keeps publishing and who creates the Continental Crosby edition, gets married with her 3rd husband, Selbert Young, a football player who is 20 years younger. Does happiness live in Cougar Town? Unfortunately not, because Selbert starts drinking and the Young divorce in 1950. Jacob Peabody Crosby Young moves to Italy and tries to create an artist colony. The concept doesn't work and, tired of love,